Hi guys, it's Sam from England. You may know me from calling 97.5, hence why I've just adopted the name on social media and on YouTube. I love 97.5. I love Philadelphia sports, so I thought, why not do a YouTube channel and see how it goes? Try and make a little bit of side money and try and fly out to America more because I love being in Philly, but it's expensive for me to travel 3,500 miles. I had good feedback about my time on the show when I went on there. And I didn't mean, I never thought in a million years that I would go to the studios and go on air and have like a segment with Cuz and then get loads of positive feedback. And, please, I'm someone that is currently going through some stuff at the moment, has done the last few years. And so having someone praise you is gives you a real big lift. I was going through a lot and having that experience, one of the best experiences of my life, and you guys doing that was great. So thank you for everyone that wrote positive comments and speak to me daily on 97.5 Discord or 97.5 YouTube chat, and all my friends on 76th Street. I love you guys. We're all like a family here. We've been I've been part of social media groups for several years and met up with you and made some really good friends. And a couple of my best friends are in America. My mate Trav and John, they're some of my best friends. And I wouldn't have met them if I didn't like the Sixers. So it's great. And I love Cuz. Cuz is a friend to me. He may not think I'm his friend, but I see him as a friend. He's been great, and I love his passion and how he is. There's nothing like that here. There's not a city radio station or a localized radio station. Football's massive here, as you know, or soccer, but it's a national show. There's no local one. So my local Premier League team doesn't have its own radio show. It used to, but it got rid of it. And there's not many that have an all-day radio show because there's only really one sport to talk about in your local area. Otherwise, it's England rugby, England cricket, England football. So that's how it works. So I love 97.5. I love the radio. I love Philadelphia. So I just want to talk about that. So yeah, this is why the channel's been created. So hopefully you enjoy it. I will talk Sixers, Eagles, bit of Phillies. They're my three main passions. I do like Union and Flyers, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't follow their results on a hardcore basis. I wouldn't be able to tell you all their star players and stuff, whereas I can for the other three. So Sixers is what I wanted to talk about today. So happy 4th of July. It's the day I can't win on because I get banter from my UK friends about thinking that I'm American and how do you celebrate today. My American friends, they send me stuff saying we beat your ass, and the gifs and the memes come through. But I would have been on your side, guys. In 1776, I think I would have been on your side. So, be nice. So, first thing I wanted to cover was last season, just a little mini recap. So, I'm going to keep this video quite short because I just want to do an introductory and then maybe make 10-15 minute videos about reaction to certain things that happen throughout the next few weeks with Sixers and Eagles. But comment below what you think you want me to talk about. I'm quite happy to talk about anything Philadelphia sports related. So yeah, the off season has started, so I thought perfect time. We've had the draft, bit of free agency. We can reflect on last season and go from there. So last season reflection. In a very short summary, I thought we were Eastern Conference final team, especially after the Harden trade. I thought maybe we'll get to the conference finals, but probably lose. I didn't think we would win a championship, but I thought we'd get close to it. That didn't happen. I think the injury to Embiid stopped us from beating Heat. A healthy Embiid would beat Heat. What happens in the next round? Obviously, I don't know because they did play well, the Celtics. It would break my heart losing to the Celtics in the finals, so Eastern Conference finals. So I don't know if it's like a blessing in disguise or not. A healthy Harden, a healthy Embiid going into the off season, or so as I understand with Harden anyway. He looks like he's taking training taking it real sort of seriously. He's doing his personal stuff as well as team stuff. So I'm hoping that he's been legit with it. He trained at one of my favorite YouTubers gyms, Alpha Land, one of the best in Texas and East America, from my understanding. So fair play if he is taking it that serious and doing like different visits to top sports facilities. So I think he clearly wasn't healthy last season. Embiid obviously got the injury and wasn't healthy. Danny Green going down didn't seem like a big thing, but I think it was in hindsight as well. Again, that veteran option, and I think that cost us getting to the finals, Eastern Conference finals, that is. So I'm happy in a way that I think in my mind that team was Eastern Conference final beat, so I don't think it's a complete sort of like shambles and it's not going in the right direction. I think it is going in the right direction. And then I was like, let's see how this goes. So fast forward and we go to the draft and things like that, and I think it was obvious we weren't going to probably draft someone in the first round. So I love the fact that we picked up some players and made some moves. So I really do like Melwin. I think he's going to be a really good sixth man potentially, or certainly a good sort of defence with a bit of offence off the bench. I do like that move. I think that's a solid move, probably better than what we would have picked at the moment, because you never know. You know, some players have gone in second round, later round. You know, people would go back in time to pick Doncic, Greek Freak, Draymond Green, things like that. You know, but obviously hindsight is a fine thing. But at the moment, as it stands, I think we got a better player than what we would have drafted. So yes, like that. Not sure too much. I'm just looking him up a bit more now on House. Obviously, I know of him because I am a TTP. I did trust the process, so I do remember seeing his name floating around at the 87ers. But yes, a player that obviously hasn't been a regular NBA player. He's floated around the G Leagues and things like that, and been a sort of player every now and then when there's injuries player. I think he's probably better than maybe our depth of our current bench last season. So it's hard to judge because Doc doesn't trust young players, but I'm going to guess and say that he's an upgrade on, you know, some of the other players that we have. You know, I know he's not a shooting guard, but probably is he an upgrade on Joe, as in the sense of, can you trust him to perform? Yes, probably more so than him. Springer and some of the other guys that we've got in the G League and depth of the bench. So hopefully he'll end up being a good player. He seems more athletic anyway than some of the players we have. And then the main talking point is PJ Tucker. I love that move. Not necessarily just because of his basketball abilities, but because of how he is as a person in the NBA competitor world. He seems very competitive, very much lead the locker room, help be part of that and create a good culture that we need. I think Harris is similar to that as well, Tobias Harris, from the bubbles and the videos we saw from Fibal's vlogs. So I like to think them two with Embiid are going to be good leaders, and Harden. Harden's definitely become a real serious leader. You opting out and taking less money to build a better team, that's great. You know, Brady did it, other players have done it in cap-spaced, you know, cap-limited leagues. So I love the fact he's done that. And if he comes back as healthy as he is, with less money to create a better bench, I think we've got a real good chance. So I like all the off-season moves. I don't want Durant. I prefer Maxey to stay. I'm going to be in a very small minority of that because Durant is a top 5 player. However, if you promise me Durant will not get an injury for 2 or 3 years, I'll trade Maxey like that for him. But you can't promise that. Like, you can't promise Embiid. So, yeah, I don't want to risk that. But if Durant does get his move, push through, there's going to be a knock-on effect, domino effect. So I think that we'll still see some extra players being added following that move, whether that's us picking up some players from the Nets or being part of a freeway trade, I don't know, but I think there's more to come. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how we approach the next few weeks of the sort of Durant trade rumours until it gets kind of shut down, because I think the Nets seem like a very organisation in a way. I think, you know, they moved on the Harden thing they've done quite quickly. The Simmons stuff, I think they dealt with that better than what we have with how they announce things and stuff like that. So I think they'll want to get it done soon. So let's see how the next few weeks goes. I'm happy with all the free agency stuff the Eagles did as well. So Philadelphia's looking really good right now. Obviously the Phillies as well. We added some really good players in our 3 major sports teams. So let's hope that continues. And we have some really good season. We hope the Phillies are playing right up until the NFL, you know, serious baseball up until the NFL season and the NBA season approaches. It'd be great to have that continuous sort of interesting, you know, sort of competitive. There's a chance of making a postseason throughout the summer, because otherwise it's kind of lost, because there's no World Cup, which should have happened this summer. There's no Eagles, there's no Sixers, you know, NBA and NFL season is still a few weeks away. I'm looking forward to the NFL season. I can't wait. So hopefully by then we'll know if the Phillies are legit and going to be fighting for those wild card spots. And we'll know a bit more about the Sixers as well. So yeah, let me know what you want below. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. I'm going to try and do 2 videos a week. Happy to have people join me as well. If anyone wants to join me, you know, talk to me about things, I'm more than happy to do that. I really just want to have a real interactive channel with you guys because I'm dyslexic, so I get really paranoid about what I write on social media and how I come across. And I can chat for England, literally chat on behalf of England about Philadelphia, or chat for Philadelphia on here for minutes. I could spend hours, but I want to try and do short, compact videos talking about things that have happened in the last sort of couple of days or weeks, and maybe make a bigger one, you know, with other people that want to get involved and help me, you know, kind of just spread the Philadelphia love, because I love Philadelphia. I've had nothing but love from you guys, and I really do appreciate everything. And I'm sure I'm going to get a bit of banter from my UK friends for doing this channel, but what will keep me going is you guys in Philly, you know, liking this and giving me some ideas to help make sort of my dream come true, really, which is kind of make money talking about Philadelphia. You know, I think jokingly Chuck, one of the producers at 97.5, offered me a job, but I would legitimately take it and fly out there right now. Wife and kids probably won't be too happy, but I would do it. I love my current job, but that would be, you know, my ideal world, you know, having a job talking about sport, especially Philadelphia sports, basketball and American football. But, you know, that would be great. I could also talk a bit about soccer and try and promote my team getting bigger out in America, because not everyone's going to support Southampton, my team, Saints. They're going to Man United, Chelsea, you know, those teams sort of thing. So, but no, on a serious note, I really hope that I can interact with you guys and carry on, but with this and grow it as time goes. But please leave me any comments, feedback below. I'm doing it off an iPhone, so, you know, if the volume or the sort of audio is crap, I'm sorry. I will get better with that, and hopefully as time goes on, the content will get better. This is just sort of an introductory video to say what I want to do. Happy 4th of July. Don't get too drunk, and enjoy the rest of your week.